Hello everyone. In today's class we will discuss about acoelomates and coelomates. So let's start. The first thing you need to know is what is a coelom. So the question would be asked is what is a coelom. So coelom is a secondary body cavity. It is a secondary body cavity. Now you will ask, sir, what is cavity and why it is called a cavity? See, it is a certain type of gap or opening in which you will see various visceral organs. Like, what are these visceral organs? And these organs are heart, lungs, digestive system, or stomach, intestine, you can name it. So the visceral organs are heart, lungs, digestive system, gonads. Okay, so it is a secondary body cavity and it is lined by mesoderm, or it is lined by mesoderm. Okay, mesoderm. Now the thing is, you need to know that coelom arises from the splitting of mesoderm during embryonic development. You know what is embryonic development? After fertilization, the zygote develops into embryo, and the embryo, this process, when during the embryonic development, the coelom is formed from the splitting of mesoderm. So it is formed from or by the splitting of mesoderm. Okay, in the upcoming classes we will learn about how this formation takes place. In today's class, just note it down that it is formed by the splitting of mesoderm. Now there are different types of coelom. The first, that means they are divided into various types based on the coelomic features. The organisms, the metazoans, metazoans means the multicellular organisms, are divided into various types based on the presence or absence of coelom or different types of coelom. So let's learn about the different types of coelom and the features of the animals having different types of coeloms. So the first is acoelomates. Okay, so types. In types, the first is acoelomates. Type 1. Okay, type 1, the first is acoelomates. Now what are acoelomates? Acoelomates means they do not possess any coelom. They absence of coelom. They do not possess any coelom, or there is absence of coelom, or there is no coelom. So absence of coelom. Now you will ask, sir, if they don't have coelom, then what is there present in their body? So the mesoderm in them is a solid layer. The mesoderm is a solid layer. We will learn the difference when we will learn about coelomates, that what is the difference between having a solid layer and having a coelom. Okay, so first learn it that they have a solid layer, and the region between the ectoderm and the endoderm is covered with, or has the presence of mesenchyme and muscle fibrils. Okay, so presence of mesenchyme and muscle fibrils. Okay, now where these mesenchyme and muscle fibrils are present, I told you, between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Okay, now let's see what are acoelomates. Suppose this is the organism, and if I do a cross section of this organism, you will get this picture. Okay, now suppose this is the ectoderm, then there is the presence of endoderm, mesoderm and the gut. Okay, so let's draw the gut like this. Suppose this is the gut. Now this is the mesoderm and this is the endoderm. Okay, now in the region between the ectoderm and the endoderm, it is filled with mesenchyme and muscle fibrils. Now I will ask, sir, what is mesenchyme? So what is mesenchyme? Mesenchymes are undifferentiated connective tissues or cells which are present inside this area. These are undifferentiated means, you will ask, sir, what is undifferentiated? Means they have not differentiated properly into what they should have been after development. Suppose undifferentiated connective tissue will most probably differentiate into or will develop into blood or bones. These are different types of connective tissue. Okay, understood? Now what are muscle fibrils? You will see, suppose this is a muscle. If you do the cross section area, you will see that this is a muscle, and if you do the section of this, you will see that there are rod like structures present. Okay, various rod like structures present like this, long in shape. These are muscle fibrils. Okay, so where are these present, muscle fibrils and mesenchyme? In between, the region between the ectoderm and the endoderm of acoelomates. Understood? Now let us learn about pseudocoelomes or pseudocoelomates. First let me give some example of acoelomates. So acoelomates examples are Porifera, Platyhelminthes, Ctenophora, Cnidaria. So these are the organisms that do not have coelom, or they are acoelomates. Porifera means the sponges, Platyhelminthes means the flatworms. Okay, now let us learn about pseudocoelomates. Pseudocoelomes, coelomates or coelomes. So organism that will have pseudocoelom are called pseudocoelomates. So we will learn about pseudocoelom. Okay, or pseudocoelomates. Now the pseudocoelomates in which, or the present pseudocoelom means the false coelom. This is false coelom. Okay, suppose you go to a place and you will see different types of ornaments. Now some ornaments will be made of gold, and outside that shop there will find ornaments that seems like gold, but that is not gold, that is false gold or pseudo gold. You can tell it pseudo gold. So similarly, this appears to be a coelom, but it is not a true coelom. It does not have the features of a true coelom, but it appears to be a coelom. Now you will say, sir, how it appears to be a coelom? because it is a persistent blastocele. The blastocele develops in certain way and gives the appearance of a coelom. So it is a persistent blastocele. You will say, sir, what is blastocele? In the developmental stages you will see that there is appearance of structure like this. You will see the outer trophoblast. Okay, this happens in the embryonic development. Okay, then you will see the inner cell mass, and this is the blastocele. Okay, means it is a cavity. This further develops and gives the appearance of a coelom. So pseudocoeloms do not have a true coelom, but they have the appearance that makes it appear like a coelom. Understood? Now examples are, write down few examples. Acoelomates. Okay, Acoelomates. So these are organisms that have pseudocoelom, or these are pseudocoelomates. So the Acoelomates are roundworm, the Platyhelminthes are flatworm, whereas the Acoelomates are roundworm. Okay, now we will learn about coelomates or true coelom, animals having true coelom. Now these organisms have true coelom. What is a true coelom? It is lined by mesoderm. It will be lined by mesoderm from both the sides. Suppose I give you an example. Suppose in humans or in higher organisms, you will see this true presence of true coelom, presence of true coelom. Now these are lined by mesoderm. Okay, mesoderm. The coelom is lined by, these are means the coelom. Okay, the coelom is lined by mesoderm. These are true coelom or coelomates. Now I will give a comparative figure of both the pseudocoelom and coelomates. First let me give the example. Example are from Annelida to higher organisms. Okay, all forms of organism from Annelida to higher organisms are coelomates. Understood? Annelida to higher organisms. In which, now what are these higher organisms? Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca. Okay, understood? Now let me draw the figures of pseudocoelom and coelom, or pseudocoelomates and coelomates. Suppose this is the ectoderm. Okay, now you will see the other stages like, or other parts like mesoderm, endoderm and the gut. Wait. Okay, now you will see the presence of gut. Here you will see the presence of true coelom. Okay, now you will see the gut. These are the gut or intestine or the digestive part. Okay, so ectoderm, then the mesoderm, and then is the endoderm. Wait, then there is the endoderm. Okay, understood? Endoderm. I hope it is clear up to here. Now you see, this is the xylem and it is bound by mesoderm from all the sides. See, from all the sides there is mesoderm. It is surrounded by mesoderm from all the sides. You see that? Every side, from this side you will see mesoderm. From this side you will see it is surrounded by mesoderm. From here you will see surrounded by mesoderm. It is surrounded by mesoderm. But in the case of pseudocoelomates or pseudocoelom, you will not see that. You will see mesoderm is only on one side, and this part gives the appearance of coelom. Okay, it feels like it is a coelom, but it is not a true coelom. Okay, understood here? So what we have learned in this class? First we have learned about what is coelom, then we have learned about the different types of coelom. Now what is coelom? Coelom is a secondary body cavity. Okay, it is lined by what? It is lined by mesoderm, and it consists of what? Visceral organs, hearts, gonads, digestive system. And it is formed by splitting of mesoderm. We will learn in the next classes. Okay, now there are different types of coeloms or coelomates or organisms based on the types of coelom. There are different types. These are acoelomates, means they do not have coelom, and there are pseudocoelomates and there are coelomates. Okay, now we will say, sir, we have learned about coelom. There must be some advantages of coelom. Yes, there are advantages of coelom. So write down advantages of coelom. See, first I said that they help in, or they have the visceral organs inside them, means the visceral organs are present inside this coelom. So they gives the space to these visceral organs. So this is the most important, one of the most important features of benefits of coelom. So presence of visceral organs, you write down visceral organs are present. Second is, they give the flexibility to the organism to move, flexibility for movement. Okay, for movement. I will say, sir, how flexibility of movement helps? See, muscle contraction and relaxation become easier because due to the presence of coelom. So muscle contraction and relaxation helps the organism to move faster. So this is aided by the presence of coelom. Okay, next is the transportation of various materials inside the body takes place through the presence of coelom. Transportation of various materials, transport. Okay, or you can say circulation. Now the development of organs like gonads take place in this part. So this part play a key role in the development, or in aiding the development of gonads. Help in development of what? Gonads. Okay, I hope it is clear up to here, and this is the first class. In the next class we will discuss more about coelomates and acoelomates and the developments and various other topics. Okay, thank you.